It's a hard question to answer. Hey guys, how's it going? Justin here from Walts, and today we're taking a look at Samsung's S90F, specifically the 65-inch version. Now, this TV is part of Samsung's OLED lineup and makes a great choice for gaming, content streaming, or just everyday TV. Now, if you're just shopping for this, we will have a YouTube-only coupon for you at the end of the video, so stick around for that. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. Now, starting with the design, I think Samsung nails it here. The S90F features Samsung's laser slim design, meaning it's incredibly thin with a near bezel-less design. It looks premium from every single angle. Now, we're reviewing the 65-inch version, but if you want the dimensions for all the other sizes, I'll put that on the screen here. You can screenshot that and thank me later. If you're not sure what size will best fit your space, we do have video on that, so I'll make sure to link that right here and also down in the description. The ultra slim profile makes it impressive to mount on the wall, but it also looks good on the stand. Something I particularly like about this stand is it's a toolless installation. All you have to do is slide it into place. Now, you can have it set up with just the two legs kind of look, or you can put the brush plate on that's super clean, and you really have options there. I think obviously it's going to look the best mounted on the wall, but if it's not mounted on the wall, definitely put that brush plate on. It'll look really clean. Now, depending on size, the S90F is compatible with most VESA patterns. Obviously, if you get one of the larger TVs, you're going to need one with a bigger VESA pattern and that can support more weight, but I don't think you'll have issues finding compatible mounts for these. Overall, I think this TV looks really good, whether it's on or off. It has that super sleek design. And also, you could put it in ambient mode if that's something you want to display if you're not necessarily watching TV, but maybe you have people over. There's a ton of different things you can download and play or cycle through. Now, let's talk about picture, because that's what really matters in a TV. Now, the S90F uses Samsung's latest OLED panel powered by their new AI processor. The great thing about OLED TVs is you can get such great contrast and color, and that's simply because it's an OLED panel. Now, if you're not familiar with OLED technology, essentially most TVs are lit from the edge or the back, as where an OLED has individual lighting for each individual pixel. So that's 8.3 million RGBW. Sometimes it's a little different depending on models. This is a QD OLED, so it uses a blue light filter, but all you need to know is it's going to look awesome. You're not going to have a lot of issues when it comes to blooming, and the shadows and details are going to be really sharp as opposed to a regular LED panel. Now, with the 90F, it is actually brighter than last year's 90D, and I was able to notice that. I almost thought this was a S95D when I first saw it. It comes with support for HDR10 and HDR10 Plus and HLG, so really, when it comes to quality and codecs, you don't have to worry. And of course, you can have your picture modes automatically tune based on what you're watching, whether that be sports or gaming. Particularly movies are going to look really sharp on this as well. Now, for gamers, I think this TV absolutely delivers. You get a 120 hertz native panel with support up to 144 hertz. And why do I think that's important? Well, you get a little bit extra leg room on most console gaming that has that 120 hertz support, but of course you could plug your PC into this. It's got low input lag, and to top it off, you get features like VRR, AMD FreeSync Premium, and ALLM. So definitely stuff that gamers will appreciate. Oh, and if you guys are enjoying the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It really does help me out. So now let's jump into the connections on the 90F. This TV comes with 4 HDMI 2.1 ports, and why is that important, you may ask? Well, that means each of those ports can support 4K up to 120 hertz. So when you're plugging in your console, you don't have to plug it into a specific port if it's hard to reach. And, just having that extra support allows you for more devices that can do that bandwidth. Lesser TVs will come with, 120 hertz, maybe 1 or 2 ports, or sometimes they don't even have 120 hertz. So the fact that you get that with all 4 ports is definitely a bonus. It's also got USB ports, an Ethernet jack, an optical audio for your soundbar or surround system, and built-in Wi-Fi 6. Now, the 90F runs off of Samsung's Tizen operating system. It's the newest version. It's clean, it's snappy, and I'm Still getting used to the layout because they changed it a little bit from previous models, but it's not too hard to figure out where you need to go to change your settings. Something I really like about the Tizen operating system in these premium Samsung TVs is that it runs so well, so you don't necessarily have to go out and buy an Apple TV or a Roku to use your favorite streaming apps like Netflix, YouTube, Amazon Prime, whatever it might be. It's all built into the TV. Not to mention they have a plethora of free channels on their Samsung TV Plus that you get for just being a Samsung customer. Personally, one of my more favorite operating systems as far as TVs go. It also has built-in voice control and support for your Google or Amazon smart home. Now, I also want to talk about audio because I think it's often the forgotten child when it comes to TVs. Now, the S90F itself does come with compatibility for Dolby Atmos audio, and it also uses Samsung's AI audio processing, so that's going to help optimize whatever you're watching with your TV for the best possible sound. If you want a cinematic experience with deep room-filling bass, I really recommend you look into getting a soundbar. Sound is 50% of the experience. I didn't just say it, George Lucas said it. And, if you don't believe me, watch this clip of high quality video with low quality audio and then low quality video with high quality audio. And you tell me which one is more tolerable.
So this is an example of amazing video quality with terrible audio quality. Let's switch and see what sounds better.
Now our video quality has decreased, but our audio quality has gone through the roof. Major improvements. What do you guys think? So yeah, I mean, audio is often overlooked because the TVs have just gotten so bright, so vivid, and cost effective that I think people just assume they're going to sound good. But the reality is they're so thin that all that sound is going directly into the ground, if any. And you really need that soundbar. That's where that soundbar came in. And, we have a video kind of describing, the birth of the soundbar and why it's so important nowadays, but I'll make sure to link that down below. Definitely look into getting a soundbar. And if you haven't already, I would take a look at the Q line of soundbars from Samsung, something like the QS700F, or if you want to go crazy, the 990F. When you pair the two, because they're both Samsung, they come with the Q Symphony feature. And that's really cool because it takes the audio from your TV and your soundbar and combines them together to give you an even better experience. Again, I have a whole nother video on that, so I'll link that here as well. Now, with all that being said, I think it pretty much wraps up the video. The S90F is a very impressive TV. It's got a gorgeous design, excellent gaming performance, and stunning OLED picture quality that you really just can't beat, especially at the price range. It makes you wonder, is it even worth getting a regular backlit panel when stuff like this exists? Now, for those of you who made it to the end and were waiting for that special YouTube-only coupon, make sure you check the description for that. I'll have all the info there. I'd also love to hear your thoughts on this TV, especially if you're someone who already owns it. We'd love to hear what your experiences have been with it. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And as always, we'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for making it to the end of the video. If this is a product that you're interested, make sure to email me at youtube@walts so I can get you a special YouTube discount. If you haven't already, subscribe for more videos like these, and we'll see you in the next one.